At the great house of Collinwood, Victoria Winters has returned to her life from a strange and haunting adventure in the past. And those terrible events she lived through are beginning to change not only her life, but the lives of those around her. Now, a sudden marriage between strangers has brought a new threat to a man who has lived for 200 years. For he recognizes the new bride from the past, and he knows she is a witch who has returned to restore the curse he has escaped.
Thank you. Angelique. She may call herself Cassandra, but the handwriting is unmistakably Angelique. My dear Mr. Collins, I cannot understand your desire for secrecy. However, Roger, my dear husband, will be by chance in town this evening for a meeting. I will come to the old house at 10. Despite the impropriety of this, I look forward to it. Somehow I feel I already know you. It will be a pleasure to see you again, Cassandra Collins.
Collins?
Professor Stokes, how nice to see you. Let me take your coat.
Thank you. The moment anyone sends for me, it rains. Why is that?
I wouldn't take it personally.
Oh, but I do, of course. I have a cat complex. Aside from that, I take everything personally. It's the only sensible thing to do.
Oh, Professor Stokes, did you bring the talisman with you?
Oh, dear. One would like to think one was asked for oneself.
Oh, you have been, of course. As a matter of fact, I was just reading your monograph on witchcraft in American history.
Oh, that. It was dreadfully cut. Never trust scholarly magazines, Mr. Collins. They know only too well how easily bored scholars are. I have rarely brought the talisman. Quite a famous one. It kept one family safe from witchcraft for over 500 years. Truly.
May I see it?
Oh, come. I'm used to considerably more amenities. Usually I'm asked if I'd prefer port or sherry. Usually I say sherry.
I am sorry.
You are not sorry. You are nervous.
Indeed. I know my own anxieties only too well. Now, may I see it?
Of course, Mr. Collins. Of course you may see the talisman. When I see the witch.
Professor Stokes, you're under the wrong impression if you think that I want your talisman because I have a witch secreted away somewhere. No, I've lately become interested in witchcraft.
Most laymen do at some point.
And I thought that I might start a collection of talisman.
I wouldn't advise it.
Because there are so few of them.
No. Because when the word gets out, as it always does, you will constantly be bothered by silly women and some men who are convinced a neighbor is a witch. Now, I don't know your neighbors.
But you think I am one of those persons?
I think I don't know you at all. My ancestor, Ben Stokes, knew your ancestors only too well, judging from what's left of his memoirs. His admiration for your namesake makes him appear positively boring. Now, as to the talisman,
Yes, I understand that in France in the 13th century they made one that protected men against any witch.
No. 12th century Sicilian. Only kind to have.
Well, may I possibly buy yours if you have one?
Yes, I have it here, but everything I collect becomes a part of me. One doesn't give up a part of himself without a reason. This house, fascinating. Very early Greek revival before they learned the true art of it. Still, I find it more satisfying than Collingwood.
I'm fond of it, Professor.
But dear fellow, I believe you've got an Oliver Bennett table there. You don't mind, do you?
Professor Stokes, the talisman.
Yes, it is Oliver Bennett. I knew it. Greatest cabinet maker Marion, Massachusetts ever produced. Pity he was drunk when he made this. Terrible alcohol problem in the 18th century. Not enough research has been done.
Professor Stokes, I want to talk about the talisman. Now, I will give you $1,000 for it.
Oh, dear.
Well, isn't that enough?
I could never take that for it.
I'll give you more.
No. What would happen if I wanted to buy it back? I could never afford it.
Well, then name your price.
I find that a truly frightening prospect.
Professor Stokes.
I am trying your patience. It is unfortunate. I'll tell you what I'll do. I shall consider you a museum. I will give it to you on loan.
If you will only let me buy it.
No. I may need it someday. Just as you do now.
How do you know that?
You must keep it on your person always if it is to be effective.
How do you know I need it?
I don't, but I trust my assumptions. Here. To work again. Mr. Collins, I shall not forget this evening. It is a chapter in a book I intend to finish. Good night.
Mrs. Collins.
Oh, Cassandra, please.
A beautiful name, but with unfortunate historical associations. Tell me, do you have the same gift of prophecy that your namesake did?
No. How I wish I did.
So do I. The next few days are going to be most fascinating.
What a lovely, lovely house, Mr. Collins. Do you know what? I feel at home here.
I'm not at all surprised.
Should I?
You have every reason to be, Angelique.
I beg your pardon?
I said Angelique.
I don't understand.
It is a name that you used once.
Mr. Collins, I have never used any name but my own. You must be confusing me with someone else.
I would never confuse you with anyone.
You have.
You feel at home here because we were married in this room.
Mr. Collins. I shall certainly tell Roger.
No, you won't. You don't want his questions.
I'm willing to answer any questions, even yours.
When were you born? Where?
In New York. My mother and father are both dead.
Well, the last part of your statement is true. I will tell you where they died. In Martinique.
No.
Centuries ago.
You don't make sense. Excuse me, please.
You said you would answer any questions. Where were you a year ago?
In graduate school.
Where?
California.
What were you studying? Witchcraft?
I never expected you to be like this.
No. No, that is the truest thing you've said. I'll tell you what you expected me to be like. You thought that I would still be confined to the night, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean.
You dare say that to me, you who caused me this curse. And now you've come back to torment me.
I never even knew you existed.
No, you didn't.
Well, at least we agree on that.
Until you met Vicky in the past.
Miss Winters? I have only just met her here.
Stop lying to me.
I'm not.
You met her and found out that I was not where my father put me, that I was still in the world.
Why do you keep saying these things to me? They make no sense. You're insane.
Perhaps insane enough to try to deal with you.
Don't try.
I will not let you harm anyone here.
Harm anyone. I shall tell Roger all of this.
I wouldn't.
No, of course you wouldn't.
Because if we begin checking, I'm sure your papers will not be in as much order as you thought. You can't afford too many questions, Angelique.
Stop calling me that.
It is your name.
No. No, it's not.
No. You will not win this time. Believe me.
A talisman against witches?
Don't be scientific and skeptical, Eric.
Barnabas, really, you have a very vivid imagination.
Eric, I was married to this woman. She's responsible for this curse. You must believe me. She made me a vampire, and now she's back.
Barnabas, you have an anxiety complex that you really must deal with. It's an enormous psychological problem for you.
You are the first one she will attack because you helped me. You will have to deal with her yourself, too.
Don't involve me.
You involve yourself. I would still be under the curse if it weren't for you. Why do you suppose Roger attacked you? And why did you go blind in the hospital?
Well, I don't know.
No scientific or logical explanation for that, is there, Doctor?
No.
You will not be in danger if you keep this with you always.
And what about you? Aren't you in more danger than I am if what you say is true? Oh, that's a patient here to see me on an emergency of some sort. Barnabas, would you mind waiting in the study?
You will keep this.
We'll decide about it later.
I have decided. You don't know what danger you're in.
Barnabas, wait in the study. It shan't be long. Hello. Won't you come in,
Miss Blair, Doctor.
Blair?
Dr. Lang. So kind of you to see me. I realize it's an imposition.
Yes, on the telephone you sounded as if you really needed help.
I'm afraid I was. I was panicked. I'm just traveling through Collinsport, and I stopped to have dinner at the inn. I'm afraid I've sprained my ankle rather badly. It's my first vacation in years.
I see. Well, sit down here and let me have a look. Now.
Hurts dreadfully. Oh, I hope it isn't broken.
Well, we'll check and see if it's necessary to take a X-ray.
Here?
No, in the hospital.
Something wrong, Doctor?
No. No.
Oh, you're not well.
Oh, I'm fine.
Look at me, Doctor.
What's happening to me?
You will never remember, Doctor. Never. Look, your hand is beginning to tremble. That's the first sign. Then the other. Now
Now your arm is hurting. Such pain, you can hardly bear it. I can hear your heart beginning to pound. Can you hear it? It's pounding so fast. So fast. Doctor, you are going to die. No one can live with his heart pounding that fast. I told you, you will remember none of this. And it is true, Doctor. Your heart is pounding faster, faster. Dr. Lang? Dr. Lang, are you all right?
What happened? I don't remember.
You're not well. I should call someone. I'll take that.
No, leave me alone. I'm all right.
Yes. Yes, you are. I can see that now.
Of course it was Angelique, no matter what name she gave you. All of her tricks. She turned Ben mute many times. She tried to give him an attack the same as yours. Surely you believe me now.
I don't want to believe you.
But you must.
Oh, yes. I suppose I must.
You told me that you had a plan for me, a cure of some sort, permanent, something that would release me from the curse forever.
Yes.
Well, whatever you can do, do it now, tonight.
Barnabas, I can't. My experiment isn't ready to test.
Oh, when will it be?
Soon.
Oh, you keep telling me this. Do not torment me any longer. Tell me what it is, at least. You give me hope, and then you take it away. I am afraid. Can't you see that? She will do anything.
And Barnabas, I will do anything to save you. Please believe me. But I can't. But this has taken years, my whole life. I can't risk failure now, Barnabas.
Well, do you need money to finish?
No.
Well, help then. I'll hire another doctor.
No. No one else must know.
Why, Eric? What are you planning?
Yes, Barnabas, I suppose that now you must be told of the risks involved and of the decisions that you must make.
I have made my decision. You know what I face if I stay the way I am. If I do this, she will make me what I was before.
Barnabas, I want you to listen. I am going to do something that no man has ever done before.
Tell me.
Others have tried. Doctors more learned and brilliant than I have tried this, and they have all failed, as I might. And if I fail, Barnabas, you will be a hollow shell, never again to rise up or walk.
But if you succeed?
You will still leave your body.
But I will live.
Yes, you will live. But the witch will look at your body and think that you have escaped by death, when in reality, you will have escaped by living.
You must explain. You must.
I can do better than that. Come with me now. I'll show you. Come. Only one other person, my assistant, knows of this room.
Incredible. Show me. Tell me what is to happen.
Come. You will lie here, and your life force will be drained from you into my still unfinished work. My creation. And your life force will make him live.